of BOC, like you said, before we go out, we want the originals. We can see that there's a lot of manga business going on in the SABs. So we have lost trust in you. I don't know with others. I have. So we need those now.
Right, let's ask General Sitole and the rest of the team to respond individually, and then we'll take proposals from the parties for moving forward in terms of this matter. But, let's first hear them.
Yeah, Chair, I think the Secretariat, they usually keep both manual records and at times they also do recording. I'm not sure that if the recording is available, we can do it. We can make it available. But on the question of the minutes, I think what I just want to say to the committee, because we account to the committee each and every time. Number one, we do respect the committee. And number two, we've got no intention to mislead the committee. What we are saying here, we are trying to tell the truth in terms of what we have done. We are not saying we are beyond 100% correct. Each time we come to the committee evaluates what we present, and the committee will also tell us this is the direction. But here we're just giving a true reflection of what happened. The minutes are available, but when we got the invitation, I think some of us were already on our way here. And even the provincial commissioners, when they came in, some of them has not yet received the invitation. We know that it was a decision of the committee, but the minutes are available. We can arrange that the minutes be availed of the meeting. Then, Chair, maybe in wrapping from my side so that I'm not becoming long, I think what we are dealing with in both the BOC and the NMF, it's strategic direction related of the organization because we're the frontline organization. And the Marikana issue or any other incident in the service, if it happens, it tests the strategic direction, then it calls us as top management to come together and discuss that matter in line with the strategic direction. But I also want then to equally say, as we deal with the strategic direction, there's also political direction that we are following, which is driven by the Ministry of Police. And we always try to align to, that is, the two directions. And what came out, brought forward to the BOC as media analysis, it called us to deal with the service charter because this organization has got a service charter and we're accountable to the public, we're accountable to all the clients. Then, for the purposes of getting the strategic direction right, we said, let's clarify the service charter first, which is correct. And if any statements, like the statements about mutiny and other things, if it comes out, it usually instills trauma to our workforce down on the ground. We also then take equal responsibility to clear that, to say to members, no, the organization is still following this direction and we are accountable and we are reporting so that members can be encouraged, they don't get, that is demoralized. And obviously, and finally, whenever such matters are put forth on those agendas, we then take a decision as a structure and say, this is the direction that it is following. And we also become ready. Number one, if there's statements that goes out to the public, whatever, and I also came here to the Portfolio Committee on several occasions, whenever this chairperson sees something about Operation Phiyega or any other thing, when we come here, the chairperson will ask us, can you clarify what we've seen about Phiyega? And at times we try to take a proactive action to respond to media before we even come to a portfolio committee and clarify issues that are operational and that are policy. But the other colleagues, they will add. We're just trying to give out the truth to the portfolio committee. We've got no intention to mislead, and we've got no intention to disrespect. I think we're just trying to trade the truth. Thank you.
Maybe General Sitole, you're a career police officer. You've also always bring good advice to the committee, but you must agree with me. Just to take the analogy, say for instance there's a station commissioner who's a brigadier who's supposed to be under investigation or there's processes involved. Now if all the majors and colonels in that station issue a press statement and say hands off, like the one Lieutenant General wrote, I won't even mention his name, hands off brigadier this and this, what message send that in terms of command and control? I mean, that is just not do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? I just want to hear you on that.
Yeah, Chair. Let me first say, in terms of protocols and levels, which are standing in the service, a station or channel station, whether it's cluster, they can't issue a media statement, and then they must escalate it to the level of the province, and the provincial commissioner will consult with the national commissioner. And that's when the spokesperson comes in. So I agree with you. If a station does that, it will be wrong.
Principle, I mean, is unhealthy. In a command-driven organization that is supposed to keep law and order in the country, I mean, it can't be accepted. It can't be. I just want to get that assurance from you. Do you agree with me?
Chairperson, I will not disagree, but the principle, I'm just talking to the principle.
Members, please give the general.
Yeah, I'm talking to the principle because when you come to this level, this is the last level of the organization. And from this level, you get to the political authority, which brings in the ministers. So if we from our side, we subject to what we are deciding, if the matter is still within the strategic direction and is within the mandate of the constitutional structures, we will deal with it. But when we realize it escalates to the political level, we will ask the National Commissioner to talk to the ministry. And then the ministry will work together with the National Commissioner. Thank you.
But you see, that should have happened in this case. That's the principle. I think that's the unanimous feeling of the Portfolio Committee that the Board of Commissioners stepped over the line, and that must be addressed. And we'll come to proposals later, but it can't be. We are a constitutional state. If you look at the pre-1994 constitution with SABC, where SABC was involved in politics, where it was part of the State Security Council and ensuring that the apartheid state kept political control, that was part of the SABC culture. The post-1994 culture is a police service that is under civilian control. That is the principle. And I think what is a concern to us is the, hopefully we will get the minutes, but the Magubas Kloof incident I think is a blot on SABC management. It's the first time, I think, since 1994 we have seen that. And that should be, we can't do it again. I mean, and I think that is the commitment we want this morning from the members. And let's give them opportunity. We'll start with General Bekele and we'll ask all the provincial commissioners.
Honorable Chairperson and honorable members, I think I need to maybe reiterate what General Stoller is indicating. The issue of the issuing of the statement was intended to actually ensure that we correct the misinformation that is out there, which is talking about the dysfunctionality in the SABC, which is talking about the administration, which is not there, and overall performance of SABC. It has been running in the media even previously. The intention of the statement was to say to the members, SABC remains stable and SABC remains committed.
Yeah, General, I think we've heard that before this morning from you. We don't agree with that. Let's take the next General.
Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, Deputy Minister, and Honorable Members. The meeting at Makgoba's Kloof, I was part of it. It was a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, which rotate amongst the provinces. So this time it was in Limpopo. So at that meeting, yes, there was a general discussion on the day 2. I think I got the topic in between because I had to go to Polokwane to address the Polmed Board of Directors, which were having elections. On my arrival back, I find the topic being discussed. Everybody was there in the meeting. However, the issuing of the statement is not intended in any way whatsoever to disrespect the processes or disrespect the president. The issuing of the statement was more intended to alleviate the fears on the ground where we seem to see that the membership were asking a lot of questions, whether as to which direction are we going, what's happening. So it was more to support the members to say, do the work on the ground, and it was not intended to disrespect processes whatsoever.
Right, thanks. I think it's the same version. Next General.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, Deputy Minister, and honorable members. I want to confirm that I was part of the meeting that was held in Makgoba's Kloof, and I also want to confirm that this subject also came as a response to the wide accusations or allegations that were made in the media in regard to the morale of the members that was becoming very low as a result of all the issues that were being leveled against the leadership of the police, including ourselves as provincial commissioners. As provincial commissioners, Honorable Chairperson, Deputy Minister, and honorable members, we are leading members and other employees who are looking up to us to give clarity on certain issues, to give guidance, and where there's confusion, they also get confused. This matter was not properly put into the agenda as such, as far as I'm concerned. It is a matter that emerged out of the discussions on other issues. And it emerged because the issue that was being discussed in regard to crime combating also impacted on the issue of the morale of the members. As a result of the statements that were coming from various angles, also within our ranks, allegedly from other senior managers. And the provincial commissioners wanted to say, we are not part of those senior managers whom we do not know. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Right, the next one.
Chairperson, the Deputy Minister, and the honorable members. Chairperson, I just want to indicate that, yes, the meeting did take place on the 15th and the 16th of July in Limpopo. But in terms of my understanding is that the meeting was not, or the statement that was made by the board was not intended to undermine any processes that are supposed to take place, especially in terms of the board of inquiry that has got to take place. And the provincial commissioners or the board itself it should be in a position to accept whatever decision would be made either by the board or the Farlam Commission, and should be okay with that.
The next.
Chairperson, thank you. I was in attendance at that meeting in Magubaskloof. The discussion did take place, and I believe that the intention never was to undermine any due processes following the Farnham Commission's recommendations. The statement was a broad statement in regard to the discussion that took place that day, sir.
Mpumalanga.
Chairperson, Deputy Minister, honorable members, I want to confirm my attendance of the meeting at Magubaskloof on the 15th and the 16th. But I wanted just to reiterate with the rest of the Provincial Commissioners, save with the fact that all my contributions there, if one would find the minutes, were within the legal constraints. As well as while trying to adjust, we must understand that we were the top management, I think as reflected on the media. And we had to give advice and directions to the subs in general. And there were from a side, never any intentions that would direct to distorting first, as well as undermining the processes, the legal processes. Thank you.
Western Cape.
Chairperson and the honorable members and the Deputy Minister, I want to confirm that I was in the meeting on the 15th and the 16th in Limpopo, and we never had any intention to undermine nobody, and it is regrettable that it is perceived that way. Our intention was to ensure that as we manage the police, and if I could remember correctly, it was about the actions that the police are reluctant to take actions on the ground because of what they're hearing in the media, and that what adverse effect would have in the future in the performance of their duties. And I think that is where this we started looking at this. There was never an intention. We respect this committee, we account for it, and we account, and there was really never an intention, if that could be understood in that way. Thank you, sir.
Next.
Thank you very much, Honourable Chairperson, Honourable Minister, and honourable members. As Northwest Acting Provincial Commissioner, Chairperson, I want to confirm that I was part of the meeting and the discussion thereof. However, I just want to also to emphasize that being part of that, the discussion around the issue of the service delivery issues that we are confronting in our provinces. The issue also that I raised in that meeting, Chairperson, it was the issue that now that because the focus is on Northwest, we are trying our level best as well to make sure that as public servants who should be having the attitude of serving, we should serve at all times. Hence, at any instance or any decision that we want to take, Chairperson, to make sure that the Northwest people are safe and feel safe, I'm also accountable to the executive in the province. So I just want to say it is unfortunate, Chairperson, that indeed that went out as if we are not respecting this government. This government, Chairperson, has done a lot for us. We are where we are today because of this government. And I just want to say we are going to respect the government. We are going to respect all the processes. And indeed, Chairperson, I appreciate on behalf of Northwest, I'm sure my colleagues also do the same, that your intervention, your calling us here, indeed is important. We really appreciate that so that we can at least explain ourselves. I really appreciate the opportunity, Chairperson, that we could do that. But really, Chairperson, it was not the intention to undermine the government, in particular our President. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honourable Chair, Deputy Minister, and all the honourable members. I want to confirm that as the Acting Provincial Commissioner, KwaZulu-Natal, I support all the constitutional structures. That includes this committee, the Portfolio Committee, the Ministry, ultimately the President, and to the community of this country. And that at the time when that meeting in question was held, I wasn't an acting provincial commissioner. I only acted from the 3rd of August this year. But I do want to state very clearly that I support all the due processes of this country. Thank you.
At the back, Gauteng.
Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Deputy Minister, and Honorable Members. Honorable Chairperson, I want to emphasize that the statements that were issued were reactive, were not proactive statements. When there was media reports about mutiny, breaking of ranks, we issued a statement to say that we are fully behind the National Commissioner. Work is going on. And there were officers that were quoted, generals, lieutenant generals, that were part of meetings that we still don't know today who they are. So we were setting the record straight to say that work is going on. And I want to confirm what General Stoll have said. The National Commissioner have said, I'm conflicted. That is why after the meeting, we had to engage with General Mahale as the Board of Commissioners to say what the statement should say. And I was part of this meeting, and I subscribed to these media statements, which were setting the record straight in terms of what the negative media reports was saying. And if there's any understanding that the statement was having any other purpose than responding to the media, we regret that, Honorable Chairperson.
Well, Generals, to say that the aim of the statement was to set the record straight is the understatement of the morning. The next... Okay, is that everybody? Yeah. Honourable members, what we will do now, we will take tea for 10 minutes and then we will come back in terms of the road ahead with this issue. Thank you.